Welcome to another episode of African Couch Potato, the mashup. I am your host, Gino Shedile, and today is a very special podcast for me because I'm not only with an industry colleague, but I'm with a friend, and his name is Zola Hashatsi. Zola, how are you?
I am good, and you, Gino?
I'm very good. I'm going to start on the day we met. I was holding auditions for presenters. I called a number of people. It was you. It was the wonderful Portia Sesa. There was Nehemiah Chachi, Cleopatra Simelani, Mbuiselo Kumal, and you guys came to lay your heart on the floor for me to decide that I'm not going to give you a job.
Listen.
And of all of those people, you stood out for me because when everybody else was panicking, you took that script, you went to a corner, you paced for about 2 minutes, you put it away, and you were just super calm. And that's when I knew with this guy, even if you don't prepare him or brief him for anything, he will still show up and he'll do best.
I believe that when we do the Lord's Prayer and we say, Our Father who art in heaven, we were called to art on earth. So I love to art on earth. I love the industry. For me, it's spiritual what we do. So when you call me up for an audition, or whether it's a soapy, whether it's drama, whether it's presenting or acting, I get excited. I come from the school of, remember CCTV? Remember when before Channel O was a channel, it was on SABC 1. I come from open time days, when we would have Mnet between 5 and 7. So I literally grew up in the industry. I come from theater. So I get excited when we speak TV, film, when we speak theater. I love the industry. Each time or whenever I can audition, I love auditions. I get excited. I see people get nervous. People forget their lines. People cram. I get excited because I can do this in my sleep. You can wake me up at 3 a.m. You can wake me up midnight. I love the industry. And it pains me when I see people that don't do justice, or when these new kids on the block, these influencers. I love the art. So when you called me for the audition and you didn't get me the job, there was no love lost. Hence I stuck around all these years, and we have random conversations, and you were kind enough to open up your house. So every year when it's your birthday, I remember the panda. So from auditioning, it sparked and built friendship, because real recognizes real. And yeah, man, I think from that audition to where we are now, now I'm in your podcast. Who would have thought? But also it just showed authenticity from your side, because it came from a good place. But it's not as human beings, we'll always meet up and we'll always, probably work together at some day. So that's what I picked up from your side.
So now, professionally, take us from the beginning of your career as an actor, because you're a child star. Right up until your recent days on Rhythm City, and then moving behind the screen to do controversial shows for Moja Love. Let's start with the very, 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 very first one. There was still SABC and ETV.
So 2006, 5. So I used to bunk school and go to the Market Theatre to watch your Serafinas. And I would get an itch each time I watched a play, because I was like, I can do that. I can do that better. I was a critic, but I didn't understand why at school I'm busy doing maths, biology, science, accounting. I'm like, I'm an artist. I want to art. I want to perform. I remember going to audition at the National School of the Arts. And then I got a letter saying, "It is with great sadness to inform you that you have not been accepted at the Nationals." I still have the letter, by the way. So I was like, I will show them. Because I know I'm good. So when you tell yourself and when you psych yourself up and hype yourself up, I knew I was good. I knew this is, AKA said it before he passed away, rest his soul. He said there's no plan B. This is all we know. So for me, there was no plan B. This is all I knew. This is all I know. So yeah, National School of Arts said no. I was like, fine. So continued auditioning. 2006, went to audition iCrew, SABC 3. So out of hundreds and hundreds, I made it to top 2. Making it to top 2 on the day I'm supposed to go back for the final callbacks. What's happening in Soweto? Taxis are striking. Now I don't have transport. I think I remember calling in a favor and paying about 300 rands or 400 rands from Proteas Land to Hyde Park. And then I got the job. Started live TV, SABC 3, every Fridays. iCrew with Pearl Tusi. 3 o'clock, only on 3. We shot that at Red Pepper, and then Red Pepper was still, it was the home of Craz-E. So we would shoot iCrew, and then there was Craz-E. So I think when the show ended, producers called me from Craz-E saying, yo, we're starting a new live interactive show. Would you like to present it with another Pearl Moody idea?
Yes.
It's starting, I think it was 7th of July or August 2007. So basically, after the show ended, I was unemployed that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I started on Craz-E.
You were employed for a whole weekend?
Yeah, well, I was unemployed for, the whole weekend. Then Monday, I was, yes. I started the live show with Pearl. That's Craz-E, that's Shizness, that's Crazy World Live, that's Frenz-E. And then from there, I think I did about 8 years of that. Kids TV, it was fun, running around, partying every day, but still trying to keep the grades. Because remember, if you're on TV, you can't be failing at school.
Yes.
Because now you're signing autographs, you are traveling, you've got fans. People scream when they see you. People faint when I'm like, you are fainting for me. How dare you? I mean, so 8 years, 9 years on Craz-E, wonderful. Rhythm City comes aboard. And was it Rhythm City first? No, I think I did Hush as well on ETV. I was an ETV baby, still am, in fact, yes. Because now I'm producing the morning show, so
on ETV.
Yeah. So Craz-E, and then Rhythm City, and then I moved to OpenView HD. I did South Street's My Mzansi Adventure, where we explored South Africa and in terms of accommodation, adventure. It was a beautiful show to do. It was like going nowhere slowly, I mean, you are from that era, right?
Of SABC 3.
Yes. So I think after, then Rhythm City came and Rhythm City went, rest its soul as well. Yeah, man. So I literally grew up in this industry, I went from size 28 to a 30 to 34. Now I'm back at 30, thank God. And then I moved to theater, which, I mean, South Africa doesn't support theater that much, like how they do in the States. But it all falls under art. And then I started doing #uncomfortable conversations with Zola Hashatsi, because the power of these devices that we have, cell phones, laptops, you can broadcast from the comfort of your own home, and then I started Hashatsi Productions, because growing up in the industry, you can see how this ship is ran and how we can do better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do now, employ other young people and just open up the industry.
So from iCrew, Craz-E, Shizness, Frenz-E, Rhythm City.
Yes.
At which point do you start becoming a problem? Because now people are writing about you in newspapers.
I have always tried to stay away from that side of the tabloids. So the only time you would read about me is if it had to do about the kind of work or current work that I'm coming up featured on or about to create or curate. So I've always tried to run away from your Sunday world, your Sunday sun, your gossip sections, you know. But unfortunately, the industry will find you.
Yes.
The fun will find you. Journalists are there to sell the paper, you know. So at what stage do I realize that they are writing? It's when they call you, because they will call you and want your commentary. And you know, that famous line, no comment. So even if you say no comment, they will write, you know. So I'm trying to think if they've ever written, I mean, recently they have written, but at what stage?
Because you're a superstar.
So I've written off about 3-4 cars, but that never made it to the front page or to page 7 or the back page.
Yeah.
You know, I think they will write about me when they don't have stories. Yeah.
Or when you're impersonating a doctor at Chris Baragwanath Hospital.
I mean, you can see the cloth I have here, Gino. I am a traditional healer. I am a doctor.
But you impersonated a Western doctor.
But also, I am not Dr. Matthews.
You are not Dr. Matthews, but if you're going to be going into a hospital where there are patients and doctors are taken seriously and you come across in the likeness of a doctor, it's illegal.
But how was I impersonating a doctor? I was at that hospital to visit my late grandmother, you know. So that article said I was healing, or what they said I was healing patients. Who does that? Who does that? Like I was like, even my mom was like, which part of the movie is this? Yeah, so even when that journalist called me from CT Press,
Yeah.
I was livid. I even wanted to go burn down CT Press. You know, I even wanted, because I remember I even posted his name and surname and numbers, his whole shebang.
Yeah.
You know, because I was like, why would I wake up and go to Baragwanath, one of the biggest hospitals in South Africa, in Africa, and why would I suddenly start healing people? I am not that bored.
So what they say, and this is from Times Live.
Yes.
You went to the hospital, Chris
Yes.
Baragwanath, right?
Allegedly.
You start your consultation there in the foyers, right? You're healing people, you get arrested, and you are summoned to court to plead your case. So I'm not trying to figure out if it's true or false, but clearly there is something about you and your star power that feels like people should write things about you. When did you start experiencing that? Because like I said, you were a child star.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with those things?
Honestly, it only started now, you know, with that article. Because growing up, I totally tried, you know, to have this clean image, you know, because of course, when you're entering the industry, you want to build an image, you know, and you want to maintain that image. And it's a choice. It's the beauty of life. Everything is a choice. So I could choose to have the good boy image, or I can go with the roughneck bad boy image, you know, always arrested, you know, drinking and driving, you know, starting fights. Remember when Brenda Fassie smacked Umandoza, claiming that Kalagata stole the summer that was supposed to go to Vulindlela?
Yes.
You know, so it could have gone left, could have gone right, could have went south, could have went north, but I tried to keep the good boy image because also it's how I was raised. I come from a God-fearing family. I was a church boy for 21 years of my life. You know, so I come from a good home.
Yes.
You know, that taught me to say please and thank you, you know, to be kind towards people. So I maintained that image and I chose that image of the good boy, the good child star, because they always say child stars, it's either we go mad, you know, or we go drugs or alcohol, or, you know, we lose it. But I've stayed within the industry. I've kept to myself, you know, until such articles are written. And, you know, I try not to hold it against anybody because it's their job. I mean, they need to sell the papers. I mean, no one is buying papers. No one is buying magazine. Print media is dying. The same death that TV's almost kind of dying, and radio as well. Hence, now we are all just podcasting. So, how do I handle it? First, I pray for them. 2, I hope never meet at a dark alley at night. 3, I think my family. You know, growing up from the hood, when they used to beat us up, Mesikala would say, Mama yo. So I always call my mom.
Yes.
You know, if all hell's bells don't chime, run to your mama.
Is there a loneliness? So you spoke about keeping to yourself, right?
Yeah.
You're famous, you're on TV every day, we all know you, we grew up with you while watching you.
Yeah.
Now, all of that comes to an end, your on-screen life takes a bit of a halt.
Yeah.
Do you now feel lonely? Do you feel like, because that's the first thing people will say.
Yes.
And is there a depression that kicks in?
Yeah. So if somebody says to you, Uwile, for me, it's silence is rather my silence is loud, you know. And one thing I've learned is you don't need to be everywhere all the time. I don't need to be visible to make a statement or to remain relevant, because my work speaks for itself. And sometimes in this industry, you need to sometimes go back, hide away, go on a sabbatical, because this industry, too much of a good thing, you know, is not good. And sometimes you must separate yourself from the riff-raff and separate yourself from the celebrities. I, for one, I don't see myself as a celebrity, but an artiste, a thespian.
Yes.
You know, I art. I don't want to be celebrated because I take this as a job. You know, it's a job. You get hired and you get fired. We've seen it with your studio mixers, your Woza Weekends, your Isibayas, your Rhythm Cities, your Ekoli Black Van Goud, your Siever Delans.
Yes.
Shows end, you know, so we must stop being surprised when shows end. And also, I was never just a face. Hence now I produce, I direct, I write. You can't be a face of kids TV forever. We age. It happens. There was top billing, it became bottom billing. We move. You know, I think the only person that stayed, the longest presenter, guys, was it Rian from SABC2.
Rian Craver.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, Rian has been on TV before even TV started in South Africa. Even North for North, that presenter was the only presenter that was consistent on one show.
Yeah.
I think North for North is on season 50 now. You know, some shows, good luck if you make it past season 1 or 2.
Yes.
You know, so I've never ever felt that Mwile, you know, or because it was never about the fame. For me, it was about the art. Hence, I was the voiceover artist for Stumble Stomp for years. I was the voiceover artist for Made in SA and SABC3.
Yes.
I mean, I've co-hosted with Irene Bester when continuity presenting was still a thing. So I've always placed myself in the industry to art, you know. I always say when I get on set, it's a holy space. This here is a holy space. Theater is a holy space. TV, film, whether it's on location or studio, when you get to that space, hence I like to be, I know you won't believe me, but I like to be early on set.
After you were 24 minutes late today.
But why must you tell people such things?
No, I'm just contextualizing.
Anyway, that's not the point, Gino. The point is, I respect the space. I respect the arts. I respect the process. I respect everybody that's involved in making what was once a brainchild come alive, you know, on screen or theater or film, wherever. I respect the arts. I love the arts. I vote for and I urge people that are in this industry to sometimes take a break, put yourself or pull yourself away from the noise. You know, you don't need to be everywhere. You can't attend all the summers. I mean, we were on summer 29 now. You can't go to all the SAFTAs. You can't sometimes just stay at home and be at peace with yourself, because we smile, we nod, we wave, we appear and pretend to be happy. But you spoke about loneliness. It is a lonely industry because it's filled with fake people that pretend to love you, or they love you when, I mean, growing up on Craz-E, there was billboards of us on, Soweto. Yes, we were famous, we did ETV, Akasi tours. So when that noise dies down, that's when you see the reality that, people love you when the show is up and running, but your phone stops ringing when people can't use you anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. People will use you, abuse you, and lose you in that order. So you need to know who's who in the zoo. And also keep your circle small.
Yeah.
There's industry friends and there's fake friends. Not everyone is your friend. We are not money. So we are not here. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to serve. I'm here to hit my mark, square up, and act. I keep to my family. When it's all said and done, when the shows are gone, when the scripts have been written and acted out, when the set has been cleared, you've got yourself. Because all that glitters is not golden.
Yes.
So don't believe the hype. This industry it's as fake as the weaves and the nails that they put on and the makeup. It's not as hunky-dory and lily. It's a job. You get hired, you get fired.
But now, when do things pivot? So from stardom to silence, and then now operating behind the cameras, now as a producer role for Moja TV, and then finally starting your own thing.
Yeah.
When do you take that shift to say, I'm away from the clutter now, but I still want to produce good television?
It's the love I have and the respect I have for the industry and the pain I feel when I see wrong people doing what we love. Just like all these politicians, when I see they don't care. So when I see people in those positions not doing justice to the industry, when I see artists dying poor, when I see productions that are produced, directed horribly. In 2023, we still have horrible sounds coming from the summers. We still have shows that go on air where you see errors. And you're like, who approved? When you see content that is just not meant to be on TV, but being celebrated. So when you see all these nonsensical nonsenses happen, it pains me. So that's why I took the initiative to start my own production company and curate and create content that South Africa wants or needs. Instead of taking the same soup and warming it up and serving it to the people, that's what most of this industry does. We take content from America and the UK and we warm it up and we serve it to people, thinking they won't realize that you guys are serving us nonsense. So it comes from a good place, it comes from the heart, and I try to steer this ship so that the generation that's going to come after me will do better as much as I tried or I'm trying to do from those that came before me. It's about passing the baton.
Yeah.
It's generational.
Yeah.
We pass it because we care about it. And if we protect it, it will protect us.
Yeah.
But if you don't care about it, you don't care about us as well. So we need to hope and pray and touch wood that we can protect this industry. There's money to be made in this industry, and we can do more and we can do better and we can learn from each other. If there's anything that we should have taken away from the Rugby World Cup, is that this damn country is bloody talented. This damn country is united by sports and the arts. This damn country can unite if and when it wants to. So this damn country can make itself and it can also break itself. So we must make sure that we continue to make art and continue to protect this industry and run and own this industry.
Yeah.
Instead of depending on someone else or funding. Instead of the blame game, we need to own it.
Yeah.
We need to own it and protect it and keep it, because God damn it, there is no country that is as talented as us, guys.
Very true.
We are a phenomenal country. We go from Nkosi Sigelela to Morena Buluga to 80 Blow Finance ML to
Sound the call.
thank you. I mean, we are amazing. So if we take ourselves seriously, not too seriously, we can do better.
Yeah.
We are amazing. And that's the love and the hope and the wish for this industry. We went from Sarafina to Tsotsi. You know, we've got your Zakes and your Black Coffee. So we've got Grammys and we've got Oscars. We are amazing. So we must never downplay that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are amazing. Just don't let the fame go into your head. There's no paparazzis that are waiting for me.
McDonald's.
Yeah, but I mean, clearly there were paparazzis at Para. Yes. I mean, those damn cops still have my stethoscope, right?
What contribution have you made to this space and feel like you will still continue to make?
I have given the industry myself. I've been selfless and opened up myself. I don't know who said this, but they said, growing up from theater, they say you are like a canvas. You know, when you get on stage and bear it all, literally. I've been naked in front of South Africa. I've given my heart, my soul, my love, my passion to the country. We've entertained. Even during COVID, I survived COVID 3 times, by the way. So I had the first variant and the second variant and the third variant. But I continued to shoot and to entertain. So I've served, I've entertained. I'm still going to serve. I'm still going to entertain, because we can get better and there is more to be done. But also I've learned to protect my peace and say what you mean and mean what you say. So what you see is what you get. And I am unapologetic about being authentically myself.
Yeah.
I'm unapologetic about being Black. I'm unapologetic about being a thespian. I'm unapologetic about saying my rates to your face with my chest, because I deliver. In fact, I over-deliver. I care about the industry. I protect the industry. South Africa is a movie, guys. This country, even God doesn't want South Africa.
He doesn't know what's going on down
What's
there.
happening? But we are a bunch of happy people. Or as Mbax will say, sometimes we're a bunch of losers. But I say we're a bunch of winners. We're a bunch of creatives. We are just misunderstood by the world.
And where can people get a hold of you for more misunderstandings?
All right, to book me for more misunderstandings, that's the presenter voice. Just Zola _Hashatsi, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Zola Hashatsi. I've recently just joined TikTok. I can't keep up though.
It's too much.
Yeah, no, some things you must leave it to the kids.
Yeah, it's too fast-paced.
Yeah, I can't be writing scripts, producing, acting, presenting,
Doing the ceiling challenge.
being the doctor, being arrested, waking up at 3, healing people. Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, TikTok I've just joined, but social media you can find me, Zola Hashatsi. Yeah, Instagram.
And for
Twitter.
Hashatsi Productions?
Hashatsi Productions will be hiring younger people. Nothing wrong with old people. No offense to you guys. But I will be creating beautiful artworks and shows, whether it's theater, whether it's TV and documentaries. I just want to celebrate, especially the older generations. You know, I want to celebrate your Mam Letta Mbulus, your Wapkefas, your Mam Lillian Dubes. Again, those that came before us. I want to give them their flowers whilst they're still alive.
Yeah.
Because one thing about this country, they will love you when you are gone, but they will never tell you when you're still around.
Unfortunately.
Look at how many people are loving AKA all of a Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, how many people are, I mean, they call me the chief mourner, you know, in the industry because I'm always burying people because I care about the industry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people must not love you when you are doing great, and they must be there through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I want to go deep, but I know I'm out of time.
No, you're definitely out of time. This is definitely not going to be a 6-hour podcast. Just to wrap it up, I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. There's so many things that I want to speak about. We don't have time for all of it.
I know.
Just on that last tip of being the chief mourner.
Yes.
Everybody who has a photo of you ends up dead. And I say this because it has been paining me because we took a photo together on my birthday.
And you were holding a knife, well, to cut the cake.
And that's all we have time for. That's the African Couch Potato with me, your host, Gino Sherile. Catch me next week when I will be doing the best Christmas movies. Goodbye and keep binging.